What if I just back in April of 2025, I say that like it wasn't 3 months ago. In April of 2025, I had an idea, just an idea. A friend of mine and I, we were chatting about this business idea that she had. She wanted to start like a mobile coffee cart business. I was thinking about how I just got into calisthenics like a month beforehand and was really enjoying it, like more than other like random hobbies that I'll start and then stop completely. And so pairing what I thought with that and then her bringing up this coffee cart business idea, I was like, oh, dude, you need like a space for that. And she's also into fitness like I am. So I was like, Calisthenics Coffee Club. That has like a really good ring to it. I got super excited for about a week, but there was one problem. I'm 23 years old. I've only been training calisthenics for like a month. And I feel like if you're gonna start a fitness club, you probably need to know what the fuck you're doing, right? That's at least what I've been conditioned to know. Why would I be qualified to start a fitness club in calisthenics if I've only been doing it for a month? I can't even do any cool skills yet. And I also, before I started the club, I was like slowly injuring my wrist without realizing it, and I'm still dealing with the repercussions. If any of this sounds familiar with something that you've wanted to start, you're probably familiar with the phrase imposter syndrome. And I know the title of this video was how I started this community, but in reality, this is a discussion about imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome, or the imposter phenomenon, is a psychological pattern where individuals doubt their accomplishments and skills, believing they're frauds and will be found out despite external evidence of their competence. If you have that similar feeling, I'm just here to tell you on the other side of it in many areas of my life, it doesn't really ever go away, and that's okay. I think over time, though, you just get better at handling it. I actually got this piece of advice from someone last night, and it really stuck with me. The feeling that you're like an imposter, it's never gonna go away. And over time, you're gonna learn to manage it better. And if you see anyone that says like, oh, I'm not afraid of anything, they're probably a complete narcissist, if I'm being honest. We all feel that, sometimes big, sometimes small. It doesn't ever dissipate. Over time, though, you build a tolerance for it. One example of that, outside of creating Calisthenics Club, is I feel like an imposter right now making this YouTube video. That on video, dude. Giving out career or life advice at 23 doesn't really make sense conventionally to a lot of people, but I also know that hopefully if you're watching this video, like you're getting some form of value that applies to you. Because I think along any person's journey at any step of the way, we're all learning things every single day and they can help somebody. Despite the underlying feeling that you're like a fraud, all you got to do is push through and trust that over time, things will kind of reveal themselves. And for me, that's what's allowed me to have some amazing experiences that I think a lot of people in their early 20s don't get because they're too afraid to take action. I made a video previously about how in high school I was the SoundCloud rapper kid who people made fun of. And despite what people thought about that, had I not done that, I wouldn't be here making this video. I wouldn't be building a production company in the CPG space because I would have been too afraid of like what other people think. So I'm here to tell you that if I can push through and try something, even if it freaks me out, you can definitely do that for yourself as well, and whatever that means to you. It all starts with baby steps. For me, with the Calisthenics Club, the first thing I did was look up a bunch of parks. After I went to a bunch of parks, I decided on this one in particular. It wasn't the perfect park. I couldn't do handstands really with a wall, which was what I was trying to train for, but it had everything else. So I thought, you know what, let's try this, even if it's not perfect. Let's see if it works out. Once I had the location picked out, I made a workout plan. Once I had a workout plan, I chose a date and said, this is the day that we're gonna start this. And I made a logo. And I made a couple TikToks about, hey, I have this idea. If you're in Minneapolis, you should come check this out. One of those TikToks went viral and got like over 40,000 views. I'm not saying, you need to have a viral video in order to make a decision. You definitely don't need it. But if that organically happens, it's probably a good sign that you are pursuing something that's fun and exciting and worth your time. When that first video went viral, I was beyond excited, but also equally terrified because now there was an audience of people that had some form of expectation, and that scared me. When it came down to the first official day of Calisthenics Club, I was shitting bricks. Like, I was fucking terrified. Like, I probably have a video of me talking about how I'm freaked out right now, so I'll play that if I have it.
Dude, we're here. I already saw someone who's gonna be here. My heart is like pounding. I'm an introvert, so like I don't lead stuff like this.
But I think the secret was, instead of pretending that I had everything figured out, acting like I was a pro calisthenics trainer, which I wasn't, I did my best to be transparent with the people that did show up. Like, hey, my name's Wes. I'm going to be real with you. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm just glad that you're here and that you're willing to take a chance on me. That's all it takes, is transparency with people. What shocked me was the fact that instead of being judged for not being prepared, I was encouraged and supported. It didn't feel like there was this disconnect of, here's Wes on this like pedestal leading this club. I did my best to bring everyone to the same level, whether you've never touched a dumbbell in your life or you can do a full planche. And the result of that is, so far, it's felt like, we call it Triple C because Calisthenics Coffee Club is kind of a tongue twister and a long word. It felt like we were building Triple C together as a community rather than me trying to like run this thing that only I can control. I don't know. It's just been super amazing to see a bunch of people supporting something that you started. There was one gal, she reached out and said, hey, like, I'm a yoga instructor. Let me know if you ever want me to lead a warm up. I was able to offload that part that, to be honest, was kind of stressing me out. A bunch of people brought their own calisthenics equipment, parallettes, dip bars, bands, everything. Dude, shout out Jacoby if you're watching this. Jacoby, they like built a whole website for the community from scratch. And then just sent a link and was like, hey, let me know if you want any adjustments. I made this in like 5 hours last night. Like, I've made websites, but from scratch, that is a whole different ballgame. And now the phrase, if you build it, they will come. Like, if you just take the action and it benefits people, you'll get that support back. Oh, and we also have a winter space now. Shout out Sauna Strong. Point that I'm trying to get across is none of these amazing things would have happened if I gave into my imposter syndrome and decided, you know what? I'm too busy, or I don't think I'm qualified. I'm going to go train more. Like, take the steps that you think you can and it'll work out. Be curious. Even if you don't know how it's all going to play out, if your gut is telling you to go somewhere, just go explore that. Even if it turns into nothing, I think the fact that you take chances on yourself and have that level of curiosity, that's going to get you way further than feeling like you're in a box and like you can't get out because you can't make a decision. Analysis paralysis, that shit sucks. Don't do that. The same thing happened 5 years ago. I picked up a camera. Your first couple videos or photos, like, they're going to be terrible compared to a year or two from now. But despite what I thought other people would think, I pushed through. And now 5 years later, I've been full-time as a freelancer / production company owner for 3 years. That wouldn't have happened if I gave into my imposter syndrome. If you're ever in the Twin Cities and you want to get a lift in or learn about calisthenics, here's the Instagram above. I've also got a link down below to our website and socials and all that. We meet every Saturday from 11 a.m. to about 1 p.m. And then we grab coffee afterwards. And yeah, if you got value out of this video, please consider dropping a like or hitting subscribe. I'm trying to make more content that's similar to this. Just some open-ended thoughts about what I've experienced in life so far, in hopes that my like younger version of me out there can get help. And yeah, last thing, go do the thing. I believe in you. Take care.